The S24 Ultra is finally here, Samsung's flagship of 2024, and it's packed with AI features. Now, AI was a buzzword for 2023, but this is the first phone that is fully incorporating a whole bunch of AI features into the device, into your pocket, and with a lot of capability that is available to you. So let's quickly check out the unboxing of the phone, and then we'll talk about the device and also these AI features. To start off with, this phone is priced at 1,39,000 rupees as the launch price, but effectively if you put in the discounts and offers that are available, you can pick it up for as low as 1,17,000 rupees. At that price, this is definitely a premium flagship device, and some of the features and build quality does reflect that this time around. Now, the phone this time around is built out of titanium, and titanium is a great option for a phone's frame because not only is it lighter, it's more rigid and it's also more durable, but it also improves the overall feel of the phone and it also dissipates heat a lot better. You also have Gorilla Glass armor on the front of the device along with Gorilla Glass on the back, and the phone itself is IP68, as is the tradition with Samsung flagship devices. What's also cool is that this time around the phone is flat. It doesn't have a curved screen, which I personally like a lot, but you need to be careful of one thing. There is no pre-installed screen protector, so you might want to pick that up if you're pre-ordering this device. Samsung has made them available at the time of pre-order this time around. What they've done instead is curved the edge of the phone, so the frame itself is curved, so when you're holding the phone in the hand, it's a lot more comfortable to hold, despite it being a square slab, which I personally really like. Now, the display on this is a 6.8-inch display with a 3400 by 1440 pixel resolution. It also has a peak brightness of 2600 nits, and you do have a 120 Hz of refresh rate. Now, this is Samsung's dynamic AMOLED 2X display. Samsung makes AMOLED displays as one of their main businesses, and this display is a flagship phone display, and you can expect it to be one of the best displays available in the market, and it is. Colors and everything is exceptional on this. Now let's jump into those AI features. One of the main AI features is the circle to search feature, wherein which anywhere on the phone, if you're watching a video, if you're on social media, you can pause at any time and circle any item on the screen to search for it. So if you're looking for a particular brand of a product, you can find it. If you're looking to just know what species of a flower it is, you can find it. If you want to know what breed of dog it is, you can find it. So those features are easily accessible to you. Another cool feature that is built in is the chat assist. So if you're chatting with someone on messages, on instant messenger, all you need to do is turn on the AI features and it'll tell you an appropriate response. So if you need a professional response, it'll give you some options for that. If you need a casual response, it'll give you some options for that as well. So it's pretty cool. You can communicate more effectively. If you are used to slang, it'll tell you a more appropriate way to communicate, which I think is a good thing to have, just so that people can communicate better. Speaking of communication, you also have live translate during calls, which is a really cool feature, and it automatically translates the voice and also speaks it out in a different language to both sides. So if you're speaking in Hindi and the other person doesn't understand Hindi and only understands English, it'll translate your voice, convert it into English and speak it to the other person, and it'll convert the other person's English into Hindi and speak it to you, which will make communication a lot more easier between a whole host of people. You also have AI Summarize, which works really well for sort of shrinking down notes. So if you have a whole host of text, it'll shrink that down, give you a summary of the text. This also works on websites, on articles, on things like that. You can get a quick summary of that, and it can also translate it into several languages. So it can be between any number of languages that it already supports, and it'll translate it and give you a translation of that fairly quickly directly on the phone. What it also does is allow you to click videos normally and then turn them into slow-mo videos. So it'll automatically fill in the frames between those missing frames and generate those frames, and it'll also generate images around images. So if you want to zoom out on your image but you don't have any data around it, you can use AI to generatively fill data around your image. This is something that Photoshop was doing and other image generation softwares and websites were doing. Now you have it directly on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Pretty cool. And then finally, one of the more business-oriented features is the auto transcribe feature. So if you're in a meeting, you can record the meeting and it'll automatically save that meeting as a transcription, and it'll also automatically identify different speakers. And then it can also transcribe in a different language. So if you had a meeting in English but want a transcription in Hindi, you can save the transcription in Hindi, or if you had a meeting in Hindi but want a transcript in English, you can save the transcript in English. So this is a really cool business feature as well. Now, running everything is a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy, so it's specifically designed for this phone, and it will manage performance, heat dissipation, and all of those AI features specifically on device. And it works great for all of that so far. We've only been using this device for a few days, and in that we've not found any issue as far as performance or any of those things are concerned. The phone does pack a punch, and benchmarks also reflect that as well. Phone's running on Android 14 with One UI 6.1, which is their latest user interface, and it does pack all those AI features that are built into the device. The phone also has the S Pen, as is the norm now with the Ultra from the S series, and of course you get all the S Pen features that you were typically using with previous generations of the S Pen. So if we talk about the main cameras, here we have a 200 megapixel wide camera, or the main camera, which has an f1.7 aperture, and then you have a 50 megapixel periscope lens here as well, which goes up to 5x this time around, but you do have still the 100x digital zoom, which they will enhance with AI as well. So some AI features built into that. Then you have a 10 megapixel telephoto lens, which does 3x optical zoom. And then the ultra wide camera is a 12 megapixel camera, which has a 120-degree field of view, and it'll allow you to capture those ultra wide shots. Now you can capture 8K video at 30 frames per second, but one of the cooler features is that you can capture 4K video at 120 frames per second. So you're basically getting 4K in slow-mo. And then you also have those AI slowing down options, so you can slow down that video further to get some additional slowing down of the main video, which is, if you really want to get some slow shots, you can do that with this device. The front camera is a 12 megapixel camera with an f2.2 aperture, so you get that built in here as well. So as far as the battery is concerned, you have a 5000 milliamp hour battery, which should suffice for a few days. And then you also have 45 watts of wired charging, and you can pick up a 45 watt Samsung charger again if you're ordering this device, because the charger is not included in the box. And you have 15 watts of wireless charging, and you have 4.5 watts of reverse wireless charging as well. So if you have earphones, etc., you can just place them on your phone and you can get some reverse wireless charging as well. So all of those features are there. We'll be testing this phone in depth, including some camera comparisons coming up for you guys, so stay tuned for that. If you have any particular requests or any questions about the S24 Ultra, let us know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next one.